alcohol, tobacco, firearms.
Hey everybody, it's Luke with Figure Me Out. Today we've got the Marvel Legends Peter Parker from the new Retro Spidey Wave. Taking a look at the packaging, we've got a nice bubble card here with all the stuff you can see on the inside. Not really much on the sides because it's pretty flat, but on the back we get a nice read-up in case you don't know who Peter Parker is. Peter Parker is the college student and photojournalist who is secretly the Amazing Spider-Man. Spoiler alert there. Anyway, you can see the other figures that we have in this wave. I love this packaging. Said it in the last one. If you want a comparison to like the old Toy Biz packaging, that's on my last video with Spider-Man. But I love how they get the little swappable head feature there. They used to do, you know, unique little like punching action, stuff like that there. But I'd like that a lot. Anyway, at the rest of the packaging, not much there. Like I said, it's on a bubble. So let's take a closer look at what we've got inside by cracking this guy open. And here he is out of the package. Let's talk about some accessories that he comes with. So first thing we get is a nice alternate Peter Parker head with the Spidey sense going. For those of you that are youngins and never watched the old cartoons, or I don't know if they still do it in the new cartoons or not, but if you're too young to remember, there's a time back in the 90s and even before that where when Spider-Man would have his spider sense go off, half of his face would turn into the Spider-Man head, and it would go or something like that, and that's how you knew that something was about to happen. But that's pretty good. I like the sense of worry in his face. It looks like he's about to, you know, crap his pants or something, which is good. It's appropriate because, you know, it's about the time that the Green Goblin would come in on his glider and start blowing crap up. So, cool. The other accessory that we're going to get is going to be his camera, and that looks pretty good. It looks like an old-timey camera. There's a little bit of paint in the top there. Mostly black, cast in black. There's number 3 on the bottom for some reason. But, you know, it looks like an old camera. I like that. That's a cool accessory to come with Peter Parker. I kind of wish they would have painted that front lens, though. Maybe just some sort of clear, but eh. And talking about the figure himself, and I really like this figure a lot. Maybe just because I'm a big Spider-Man guy. Maybe just because I like Peter Parker a lot or something. I'm not sure why. But I do like the figure. The glasses face, it's definitely 90s. It is a little bit much. Here, let me pull this closer here. So you can get a closer look at the glasses face. Those glasses are hella thick, like he's looking through Coke bottles there, which I guess is kind of appropriate. That is how he looked in that old 90s cartoon, or the cartoon that's even older than that. But yeah, you know, I don't know, they're a little weird. Underneath it you do have regular eyes, so it's not like he's got crazy eyes. And if you wanted to, you can pop that head off, and the old Peter Parker head that came with Mary Jane 2-pack or something, that fits on there nicely, so you can have modern Peter Parker as well. And I do think that I like the Spidey sense head a little bit better personally. That's just my 2 cents on that. I do like the jacket look. I think that's a pretty cool little bit there. The, you know, blue jeans and then the white shoes. It's a very Jerry Seinfeld kind of look. He looks like this would be a good base body for a Jerry Seinfeld custom if anybody's like wanting to do that. I think that would be all right. The one thing on mine though, his leg pops off super easy. Like it almost fell off out of the package. That one comes off easy. That one comes off a little bit harder, but it still comes off super easy. Even as I'm like posing this around sometimes, it'll just snap off there. But it pops back on easy enough, and it's not like it's the end of the world. It's just something that I figured I'd note. So I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about some articulation here. So let's talk about that. On this head, he can look up a pretty good amount. It does kind of run into the jacket there, so you get some bunching in the back. Not ideal, but it is what it is. He also looks down a fair amount, so you can bury his chin into his chest, which is really good. You get a little bit of attitude, not a whole lot. Well, actually a pretty good amount on this head. I think the other head is not as much. Let's see here. Actually, yeah, on the other head, you get a ton of attitude too, so we'll call that good. You do get a rotation on the neck as well. At the arms, they come out a little bit better than 90, so that's all right. You get a full rotation there. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that if you turn it the right way and do the bottom elbow first, comes in better than 90. So that's really good. There is an ab crunch, comes forward that much, goes back just a little bit, kind of hits the jacket there. Talking about the wrist, which I almost forgot. They are hinged down and up on this side, and swivel of course. But on this side, they're hinged the opposite way, the up and down kind of way. So side to side is what I meant to say over here, up and down on his right hand. At the waist, there is a rotation. There are hips that go out about that far. Again, mine, whenever you pull it too far, it starts to break that leg off. So I can only get it out to about there. Kicks forward about 90. kicks back not so much at all. You do get an upper thigh swivel, which is where mine keeps breaking. You get a double jointed knee that comes in fairly well, not all the way. At the bottom of the feet, I did mean to mention, they cast this in blue and then painted it white. And there's a big old R and L on the inside of the things there. Kind of makes it look like socks. At the ankles, they do hinge to go down incredibly far. You do have to get it over the pants there. And then go forward just a little bit. You can't really get it over the front there. And then they do have an ankle rocker pivot. For a size comparison, here he is next to a couple of older Spider-Man figures, and you can see the spider sense effect on this one. Very kind of that Peter Parker look. Leather jacket, jeans, some shoes, and that same haircut. So very Peter Parker-esque on that. And I think they're really tapping into that retro route with this line so far. For another size comparison, here he is next to the Marvel Select Rhino and then the new Marvel Legends Spider-Man from this same wave. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Union Jack, which utilizes the Bucky Cap mold, and then also the McFarlane Fortnite Skull Trooper, which is in more of a 7-inch scale. So that's it. That's the new Marvel Legends Peter Parker. What'd you guys think? I really like this figure a lot. It's been a long time since we had a Peter Parker. I don't know if we've ever had a 6-inch Legends Peter Parker or not. If we have, I don't remember. But leave it in the comments. If we have, tell me in the comments down below. But what'd you guys think? Hit like, hit subscribe. Check me out over on Instagram, Luke_figuremeout at Instagram.com. This is definitely a must-have for me. Anything Spider-Man is going to be a must-have. But it's a pretty good figure too. A very solid release, and I would recommend it. So check me out over there. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. Hit like, hit subscribe. I think I went over all that already. But until we meet again, happy collecting.